Hey guys, in this video we'll be going through another one of the Jak X Races. For this one we'll be going into the Blue Eco Cup. And then into the Grand Prix. For this one we'll be doing the Grand Prix Championship. I'll be using the Javelin X, but you can use whatever vehicle you prefer.
Here we go! We've got that green light! Lightning strikes again!
When starting the race, you want to try time acceleration. This will start you off with a full Blue Eco meter as well as boosting. The Grand Prix is made up of 3 back-to-back races. The first race is through the Silver Raceway. It is a 2-lap race. This one is the hardest out of the 3 that you'll be doing. Your opponents are extremely aggressive and you'll need to be on the defense for the majority of this race. And on top of that, the track itself is extremely difficult. The Silver Raceway track is the biggest obstacle for this race. It is made up of an extreme number of elevation changes as well as very tight corners. On the extremely tight corners, if you hold down the power slide button, this will help spin your car almost to 180. You can use this to help spin your car around quite a bit, and then you can boost on the exit. You will also find areas where there is water on the ground. This changes the handling characteristics of your car, so it can be extremely challenging to navigate both your opponents and going across this track. For the section where there's water on the track, just remember that you'll slide a lot more than you intend. It is very easy to spin out here. If you're wanting to initiate a power slide in these watery sections, it's best to initiate it earlier than you normally would. This will counteract you sliding much more than you normally would, and you'll still be able to make it around those corners safely. Letting on and off the boost can also help give you a lot more control around your car, in both your normal terrain and your watery terrain. For a lot of these corners there is an elevation change right in front. By preemptively starting a power slide just before of it, this way when you land your car will automatically be sliding. This can help you get around the corner as fast as possible. It is also a good idea to be cycling through your red eco weapons as much as possible. If you can manage to pick up a shield, that's your best bet to playing it safe. Your opponents are very likely to pick up multiple peacemakers in this track. Your best defense against a peacemaker is to be in second place or to have a shield you can defend yourself with it. If your opponents are close enough behind you, you can slow down and let them pass. This way the peacemaker will target them instead. However, if the person using the peacemaker has dark eco, that peacemaker then targets everyone on the way to first place. So your only defense against that is to have a shield. If you do get taken out by your opponents, it's not the end of the world, as it is still relatively easy to make your way back up to first place, even if you fall back to last. The best way to go about this though is by learning the track, and this is just through practice. But once you have a good understanding of the track and how to combat each of the obstacles it presents you, you'll be able to nab first place.
Booyah! You ready to see some real action?
It's a clean start.
Coming through.
The second race for the Grand Prix is on the frozen Speedway. There are 5 laps here. This is a very tight and winding track where power sliding is your best friend. You can pretty much hold down the boost button for the entirety of this track. There are also a number of health pickups, so you'll want to make use of these when you can. Try and make sure you have a Redico weapon with you at all times as well, as this will be your best defense, and because it's so tight, all your opponents will be stacked up very close together, so their attacks can be relentless. There are two very tight corners on this track. By holding down the power slide button, this will help turn your car as sharply as possible, and you'll be able to take the most inside line. But by making sure you've got the blue eco, red eco weapons, and by picking up as many green eco pickups as possible, you'll be able to get first place too.
Nothing to worry about.
Another one bites the dust. You want a little of this? Another lap done. Another lap down. Looking good. My win.
Ready, go!
Wave to everyone, Daxter.
The third race of the Grand Prix is the Western Tour. This is one extremely long track. It's a point-to-point race, so there are not any laps, and it takes you through a number of different locations. This one's probably the easiest out of all the races, even though it is very long. Because this track is so long, and takes you through so many different locations, you need to be able to adapt to all the different changing terrains. You start off in the Death Drum section, which is very easy. It's extremely high speed, so boosting is your best friend. By making sure you have a red eco weapon, you'll be safe. Unless of course they have a Peacemaker. The next area is the loading docks and port section. There's a lot of 90-degree corners here, so you'll want to make sure you're ready to slide your way around these. A lot of these corners you can maintain boost the whole way around. By taking the right line, we can maintain boost for almost all of these corners. Then into the city is much of the same thing. There are a few elevation changes here you want to look out for, because if you carry too much speed into these corners, you'll just go straight into a wall. Slowing down and power sliding around the corners is the safest way here. Boosting on the corner exit is a lot safer than boosting mid-corner. After the city, you'll make your way back into the port loading dock section. This is where the finish line is and you'll be able to get the gold medal.
I got more where that came from.
Man, the wreckage is piling up.
as a little present.
I am invincible!
And there we go, hope it helps, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
That's what I call racing.